The tournament brackets may be out, but the play continues in the regular season as the West Holmes Knights finish up their regular season schedule at Clear Fork, taking on the Colts. We have that action coming your way next.
Frito-Lay Variety Packs presents Totally Unrealistic, Never Gonna Happen in a Million Years Mom Fantasies.
Mother, thank you for planning such an enriching camping trip for us.
Please accept this as a token of our appreciation.
Now let us sing to you.
This'll never happen, but this might.
There's like no reception.
I'm not cheering, Ted. Ew, bugs!
Dibs on the Fritos!
Frito-Lay Variety Packs, packed with possibilities.
Man, what should I listen to on the OH Report today?
Dude, listen to the Friday Night Pigskin. You got highlights and scores from all around the area.
The OH Report podcast has more than just football.
No, listen to the Pigskin. The Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin.
Why not
Podcast.
both?
Pigskin.
Podcast.
Dude, clean your ears out, man.
Bro, there's so much space in here.
welcome you inside Clear Fork High School for tonight's volleyball non-conference matchup between the West Holmes Knights and Clear Fork Colts. Hello, everybody. My name is Travis Berardi alongside Mackenzie Weaver. Good to be working with you again.
I know it's been a hot minute.
I know, right? These two teams know their fate in the tournament, but still got a little work to do left in the regular season.
They do have work left to do. This match cannot be overlooked. I know when I talked with Hayden 2 nights ago on Tuesday night, we talked about, this is, you already know where you're at in the bracket, but this is times if you need to try something new, or say we're going to put ourselves in a situation like a girl gets hurt, what would that look like? That sort of thing. That builds. This is still an opportunity to get better and improve, but also try new things at the same time.
And speaking of things to do tonight, let's take a look at tonight's keys to the game, brought to you by Frito-Lay. And for both teams, it's kind of pointed around Bekah Conrad. For Clear Fork, they need to score points while she's on the bench. Because that's been the time where they've struggled. They allowed the other side to really go on a run, take control. Yeah. Most of the losses have come because of that. Then on the other side for West Holmes, they need to keep her on the bench. They need to make those runs while she's out there in control of that.
Absolutely, yeah. And I love how you have on there, limit your serving errors.
I figured you would appreciate that.
I'm like, they know me so well at this point. I think, especially for both teams tonight, there is a difference between serving aggressively and then serving recklessly. Sometimes you flirt with that line a little bit on how aggressive can I serve with, okay, I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. Remember, first serve, always in. You really, for your team especially, in and toughen in, give yourself an opportunity. If it's going to be out, I'd rather be deep than in the top of the net.
And our top scorers, those are the 4 players that we will be focusing pretty much on tonight. Both those players do most of the scoring. For Clear Fork, as we said, Bekah Conrad, 211 kills, a 302 hit percentage. Christy Carroll, 210 assists. She has a 189 hit percentage. On the other side, Ella McMillan, 165 kills, 200 hit percentage. Harmony Mass, 153 kills, a 134 hit percentage. And the stat that I was kind of interested in for this one, both teams hitting .082.
Yeah, so remember, guys, it's like baseball. You want to try to be hitting as high as you can, and how you can do that is you got to limit the number of players that are hitting like 150 and below and hitting negative. And both teams tonight, sometimes you have a kid go in and she's not getting many touches, and she has more errors than kills. And sometimes it's really not. It's just kind of luck of the draw if you have players like that. But you know what? There's always opportunities for them to go up from here. I like to see them still continue to distribute the ball, establish that middle early, especially for both sides. Make those middles work and see if we can get those hitting percentages up for everybody.
Yeah, I believe West Holmes has two players that we said that are positive.
And then we have Casey Norman's hitting 179 for him too.
So 3, and then on the other side, only 4 have a positive hit percentage, 2 that we said. So that's why the drop down is a little bit. We're just about ready for introductions and something. But yeah, when you were playing at Lexington, you knew you were top seed. You had a couple of games. What did you work on in those games?
In the games, especially my senior year, we played. Senior high was our first round game. We played Bellville our second game. And I'll just be kind of honest. Our goal is how can we get in? What can we do? What we need to do and do it quickly. Let's get our bench kids, our kids that are on the tournament team. Let's give them leads and then give them opportunity to step onto the court and step into their role, because we will still want to develop that talent and give them some expectation moving on after the tournament for next year.
And I know you guys, like the last couple of games after you do your tournament fate, you're still working for an OCC championship, so that was something. Like you said, this first match is pretty much against the lower seeds.
You can get creative there. Yeah.
We're taking now courtside for the playing of our national anthem to start tonight. Great job by Grace Wolfgang, the senior for the Lady Colts. Really belting it out there.
Hey, we
Great
love
job.
a homegrown, home-sung national anthem.
Now time for our starting lineups. First off, for the West Holmes Lady Knights, these lineups brought to you by Frito-Lay and the Frito-Lay pregame. Led by Ella McMillan, the junior, 165 kills, 200 hit percentage, 34 blocks. See down at the bottom, Harmony Mass, the senior, 153 kills, 134 hit percentage, 25 aces. Zaylee Schultz, the sophomore, she has 98 kills, 37 aces to lead the team. And Brinley Reed, 31 aces, 498 assists. Lady Knights, they're coached by Megan Roberts. Now for the Lady Colts, led by Bekah Conrad. Coming into this one, 211 kills. She has a 302 hit percentage. 47% of the time she swings, it's a kill. That's the big stat for me.
We like that percentage. About 50% kill, that's what we like to see.
Also, Christy Carroll, 210 assists, 189 hit percentage. And like I said, those are the 2 of the 4 with a positive hit percentage for the squad. 4 seniors on this squad, so, not a lot. They do lose Bekah Conrad, but they have a lot of players coming back next
You know what?
year.
They have a lot of youth, which is, honestly, this is, in a way, I know that when you look at their, I'll put it this way. This is, I think, my 4th or 5th time I've watched them play this year, and even watching them warm up, I've seen them grow tremendously, not only like physically, but their volleyball IQ, I think, has grown so much. And, you want to put your younger kids in that situation, not that they fail, but you learn more about yourself in times of struggle and times of failure than you do kind of when you win, when you get to go back and look like, oh, we did all that stuff right. Because, I have to give credit to this coach for Clear Fork, because she's done a great job of, honestly, creating a volleyball IQ for this team. And, you may not see it now, and she's working with those younger kids, but you're going to see it it doesn't happen in a season. That success and growth, it takes like 8 years, realistically, to see all of your hard work pay off. So, you know what? She's got a long road ahead of her, but she's done a great job so far.
Yeah, Lee Jackson has this squad right now sitting at 5-15. Clear Fork 3-11 in the MOAC, while West Holmes 6-15 come in 5-7 in the OCC. And something for you worth noting, Mackenzie, they fell 3-2 to Lexington and 3-1.
I was at that game. Yep, I was at that game.
So we are just about ready to go here from the Colt Corral. Second to last game for Clear Fork. They'll take on Loudonville later this week, while West Holmes, this is the final game of the regular season for them. Last chance for the Knights to get some practice in, work on a couple things before they go into their tournament. While Clear Fork, after this, will have a tough test against the Mid-Buckeye Conference champion, Loudonville Redbirds. Lady Red, I believe, only with 1 loss on the season. Actually, 3 losses now. They're undefeated.
But they're 10-0 in the league.
10-0, but 18-3 overall. Yeah, you missed a good one down at Lucas when they faced Loudonville. One of the more entertaining matches that we had this season. Brian and I were on the call for that. I don't know, maybe you're just the jinx, Mackenzie. I
do that. Honestly, I have the announcer's jinx, and I'm sorry whoever is subjected to that.
Happens to the best of us. Nonetheless, Mila Flynn, the libero for the Lady Colts, looks like she will get the ball first. Kick things off here from the Colt Corral. Thursday night here. And we are underway.
It's a good insistent pass here.
Daphne Alexander gets the first point. West Holmes strikes first. Alexander comes into this one as a junior, 20 blocks on the team. Peyton Carruthers, the sophomore, to serve. Bit of an overpass. It's going to be a free ball. Barely gets over, and it turns into a point.
You know, a kill is a kill is a kill. But I really need to see that first ball contact. 'Cause I don't know if you guys noticed, whenever you are serve receiving, it's kind of like you notice a lot of softball players are traditionally very good defensive kids because they're so used to having to track a ball into their platform because the softball is smaller. I need to see the growth with Clear Fork right now. They're keeping their head down and their shoulders forward. When their shoulders pop up, that ball's going to be passed around the 10-foot line. They got to help their setter out a little bit.
There's a nice swing by Schultz. Give West Holmes the 2-1 lead. That's one thing I missed over the last week and a half, the Bobbyisms. I didn't get those with Hayden or Brian.
Do you know what? They can try, but they're just not me.
They are not.
They are not. They may try. We love them both, but I'll have them trained soon enough.
That one into the net. And Morse will get another serve from behind the line for West Holmes. They lead 3-1. Jersey Morris.
So that's what I'm talking about. They got to get that ball in front of the 10-foot line, take a little pressure off their setter.
It also takes Conrad out of the play.
It does. When you have your best player in the middle.
Here's a chance. Nope, they go the other way.
Great
and
swing.
And it still turns into a point.
Great swing.
Take a look at the Frito-Lay replay.
Just going for that deep, deep zone 5, which is like the last 3 or 4 feet of the court, and that's what you want.
Abby Sauter to serve.
She's got a great serve.
And as you say, the reverse jinx right there. She gets the ace as you say it.
Yeah, you know what? That's though it's flat. She's kind of got a hybrid spin, so it moves like a float, but it's got a little bit spin on it, sometimes a little side spin, and she's serving last 2 feet of the court to space. She's making that middle back and that right back collide.
Floats a little bit. What? Floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee?
Yes,
something like that?
That's what it is.
That was a nice adjustment playing off the vent up there. She was going to go over for the bump, but then set it. But you really can't stop that. Bekah Conrad gets her first kill of the night. And she ran, you saw she ran into that swing.
Yeah, so she's a basketball player. So traditionally it's like running a layup. And if you give her enough time, especially if there's not a huge block on the other side for West Holmes, she kind of has her pick right there.
Another let ball, that time beautiful serve. Clear Fork on a run, they now lead 5-3.
And this is our opportunity right here. Like, okay, we're comfortable in what we do. Remember, it's games of 5, so they won that first game to 5. Let's see what they'll do from here. And then I jinxed her again.
One time you didn't jinx her, the next time you did, so it evened out there.
Yeah, no doubt.
5-4.
That's a really good serve. I like that adjustment.
Conrad off the block.
I like seeing her hit from the right. But again, she's hitting it like 8 feet. So that's super, super hard, especially when her approach wasn't that big. I think this is the next variation. This is the volleyball IQ thing. Let's lead them a little bit more to the net. Let's have her take a more dynamic approach.
6-4 the score.
Oh,
and Conrad goes into the net.
It's those back-to-back service errors. Again, that's 4 of their 5 points they got from missed serves.
And here's West Holmes' first opportunity to play without Conrad in the lineup.
This is their key right here. How successful can they be?
It starts off with an ace. Ella McMillan, the team leader, gets the ace.
And you know what? This serve receive, I would almost suggest them take a step back because it's easier to one move forward than backwards, and then you're tracking it into your platform. You're not having to make an adjustment on the fly. See,
nice serve.
If you see that ball's dropping, you got to take 1 or 2 more steps.
Dropping right over top of the net. Falls to the ground. It's 7-6 West Holmes.
It's a great serve.
Overpass turns into a yummy ball and a finish.
That's a great swing. And Ella McMillan made that happen there with that tough serve, and that's what you get in return.
And it turns into a timeout. West Holmes up 8-6 on the Lady Colts. And like we said before, they're on a run, and they're keeping Bekah Conrad on the bench.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, especially like when I played, our whole thing was, okay, how long can we keep, my senior year, like how long can we keep me, Julia, and Olivia on the front row? Because that was our best rotation. And, you want to score. Sometimes it felt like we didn't score as many points for some reason, and then when we get to the back row, that puts a lot of pressure. And you know what? You rise to the occasion with pressure. That puts a lot of pressure on her when she goes into the front row to maintain, but there's only so much you can do as a middle if you can't serve receive. So their serve and serve receive game has to be better. They have to have their shoulders forward, pushing that ball forward and serving in and serving tough. And those 2 missed serves early are going to hurt them later on if they can't correct it now.
McMillan back. This serve again. Gets it over. Bit of an overpass. Stays in. Good chance here for the Knights. And a miss hit.
I like that she's trying to reverse the flow of that game and bringing it back, but that's a really, really hard setting from zone 2. I would like to see her, again, even give a 2 ball in the middle, let your middle hit, let her get it established where there's not as much pressure.
Good setup.
It's a good swing.
Better strike. And then Clear Fork breaks the streak. It's 9-7. We have a couple substitutions coming in here. Ashton Roberts, Grace Wolfgang, who belted out the national anthem prior to this one, comes in with Roberts taking the serve. Overpass, but it hit the Raptor to stay up.
That's a great decision to put that ball there. We want to get them out of system, and that's an easy way to do it.
Great effort by Flynn to keep it up for the moment, but nobody there to take it.
You know what? Those are the ones that kind of stink because you see what's happening, and whoever's hanging out in left front right now, like she was backpedaling. She was not ready for that ball, or she saw it. She relied on her libero to make that play. That's an easy off-block play. That's a universal sign for tip, and they've got to start picking up those tips. It's a great pass. Run your middle. They got to run their middle early because they're going to get 2 pin heavy.
Off the block and down. Clear Fork back on the board. Emma McCoy will check in. So that second 5 points goes to West Holmes.
And those runs in bunches, like that, you don't think about it when you're back there playing, but then you go look at the score like, oh, God, that was quick.
Nice adjustment on the overpass. Off the block, but out.
That was a great swing. You know, she gave her enough space. She was hitting like 4 feet off the net, 5 feet off the net, especially when you're out of system. That's a great job. I want to see better coverage because everyone was up high, and if that would have gone back into the court, that would have gone right back into zone 5, and nobody would have been there. It's a good in-system pass. I want to see that setter put her hands on the ball a little bit more.
Went with the light touch that time.
This is a really big volleyball IQ play. We see them switching the flow of that game from the libero, taking that second ball.
Good dig.
These are all really good decisions for Clear Fork.
And it turns into a point.
You know, that may have been a super, super high 2 ball, but hey, you got to throw her a bone. You've got to establish your middle because you're going to start pulling people and you're going to get 2 pin heavy, especially on their outside when Bekah Conrad's out in the front row. You still have to set your middles.
Colts down 1. Big swing and it falls.
See, that to me, not like a new stat I've been keeping, but a stat that was super, super big when I was at Dayton. My coach, Alyssa DeRico, she was NCAA champion at Penn State, and her whole thing was what was called missed digs, or not even like they're missed opportunities or they're like effort plays. And those are digs that you look at or you could have at least attempted to make a play on. They've had 3 of those tonight. That's 3 points where they just kind of like, it is what it is. And I don't think they intentionally mean to do it. I think it's better to go and not get it, but at least you never know unless you go. That's a Bobby thing too. You never know unless you go. Go put 2 hands on the ball, but you got to take 2 steps towards it.
West Holmes leading 13-10 after
not
the
a
double
bad
hit.
pass. That's a good pass.
Big swing, too
Big
strong.
swing. She got to keep swinging. I would set that probably. I know that was pushed to zone 2. I would rather that been higher. That if it's higher, it gives her a little bit more time to make that decision, and then she can get a little bit stronger snap on that ball.
Harmony Mass, the serve.
Great serve.
And another 5 points go to West Holmes. That's what their lead is, 15-10. And a timeout. I'd like to welcome everybody watching live and free on our Facebook and YouTube. Let us know where you're watching from tonight. We'll give you a shout out when we get a moment. I know there's 19 of you watching on the Facebook and 3 of you watching on YouTube, so give us a shout out. or in Pittsburgh we call that a shot at.
Oh my gosh. You make me giggle.
I try. I know you saw my bottle earlier. Are you from the Pittsburgh area?
You've told me you're from West Virginia.
Like you've told me that little sliver between Ohio and Pennsylvania that splits it up. So
you're not too far from where my family grew up in good old Somerset County, where it's literally my aunt literally lives on top of a mountain, and my cousin had like 70 kids in her graduating class. It took like 45 minutes to get to a Walmart.
It's a very scenic area. Was Washington, Pennsylvania? Is that where they went?
No, they went to Myersdale.
Okay.
Myersdale.
Yeah, but that's 2 counties over from where I used to live. Pittsburgh area. Nonetheless,
that's a great pass, great set. That's a very clean play.
Bit of a miss hit, turns into a free ball.
Good pass. She does better with that ball being higher. That's a great play. I like the play on that.
Oh, and the let ball. And here comes Bekah Conrad, a huge point for the Lady Colts. Ashton Roberts, right as she hit it, she's like, oh no, but somehow it just creeped its way over.
I like that it was aggressive. Maybe send that as a roll. Not too strong of a swing, but I like that it was aggressive.
Nice setup, but there's Conrad. I don't know if he even got the hand on it for the block. Might have hit the net. Set up for Conrad. Big swing off the net and down.
You know, she wants to run that ball quick. Her setter has to see her coming in. So in a way, as a setter, you kind of got to take your eye off the ball, find where your hitter's at, and make sure she's setting that right shoulder. She had to drop her left shoulder to hit that ball. Make sure we're setting her right shoulder so she can stay really, really tall to swing at that ball. That's a great serve. See if they can use this down ball here. A little out of system.
Conrad gets it over. Deflected off the block. And they're going to say Clear Fork went into the net.
Yep, they said that Bekah Conrad was in the net.
So I know you like the pulverized volleyballs back when you were playing college and high school, but would you rather hit it down into the net to bounce it over or just go right at him? Because that last one for Conrad, she deflected it like off the net, off the block, then out.
Oh, wait, if I would rather hit off of a block for a point or like just beat it into the ground?
Yeah.
Ooh, do you know what? Depends. I really like pissing some outsides off sometimes, and you tool off their hands. No, it gets them so angry because you're like, I can't get to the ball. But sometimes it is sweet just to go up and just have like a block and you just hit it absolutely around it.
What a move by Conrad. It was behind her. She had just the notice to do this. Watch.
Yes. That's a body control thing. Yep, and with her left hand.
Yeah.
I like that she was able to make that decision with her left hand at the end.
Cuts the lead to 16-13.
This is what I'm talking about. You know, she's back in the front row and she's scoring points, but that puts a lot of stress on her.
Big
in that moment.
Zaylee Schultz. And I believe that is her 100th kill of the season.
And that was a great swing for it.
Yeah. Got to appreciate the heavy swings here.
She hits a really heavy ball.
That time she went off speed.
That's a great spot to go to because that's where they're vulnerable right now because that left front's not playing any off-block defense.
Off the block. Another one off the block kept up. Yummy ball, but it stays on Clear Fork's side. And West Holmes back up 5.
You know, especially when you're going up for that joust, you want to be hands high, jumping high, so you give yourself enough time, but you want to be the second person to touch that ball. Statistically, if you're the second person to touch the ball, you win. It's a great set, good decision.
That miss hit kept Conrad out of that offensive possession, though. And then just a little bit too far behind the net. West Holmes able to knock it down.
Remember, it's not how high you jump. It's about how low and how fast you can get your wrist across the net.
19-13, West Holmes leads.
That's a great pass. I'd run that middle. Ooh. Set your hitters, set your hitters. I know what she's trying to do. I like her intensity. She's got to set her hitters.
And you know what? With Bekah Conrad there getting set up, I think I'd rather go for the set and let her do it.
But
hey, I mean,
she's feeling the pressure. So as a setter, she's trying to take that into her hands.
They get the point right back.
So this is a really important rotation to try to keep her in the front row right now. She's got one more rotation. So sometimes when it's like that, your back's against the wall, you know, okay, hey, I got to execute. I got to get us to even so we can keep her in the front row.
You'd like to see them at least score 3 points here, cut the lead in half,
They
make it
do.
20-17.
And
Nearly a point. Up, miscommunication, so it is. So there's one. But you need a couple more points in a row here for Clear Fork to feel good about themselves, because then you would have Conrad, when you get service back, as the one serving.
And they got to speed up the tempo of the game. So, like, if you get a point, get the ball back to the server, keep the energy flowing. It's a momentum game, so you got to get that ball back and let her serve quickly.
That was a nice serve.
Yep, they got to get her to the end line, let her serve quickly.
And the Raptors played Clear Fork's part that time because it knocked it back over to West Holmes territory, and they can't do anything with it.
Because these ceilings are so dang low.
And I said in the last telecast here at Clear Fork, you know, they're not playing at the Carrier Dome like you did.
No, they're not. You don't have like 70,000 extra feet above your head to roll with.
Oh, and a miss hit. So 21-16. Schultz leads the team in aces. Let's see if they can get a couple here.
Yeah, that's a great serve.
Perfect setup for Conrad. Big swing, got the point.
In that situation, and I know that was a really good swing and she got her feet to the ball. If you noticed on that serve receive ball, it was right in her platform, but her shoulders went up, and they went up by her ears. And it's kind of, as soon as you do that and you're with your ears, it changes the angle of that platform. So we got to try to remember, relax your shoulders, keep them long, like you're carrying something on top of them, so you keep everything forward.
Conrad coming into this match, 33 aces. They're going to need a couple here.
Great serve.
No reverse jinx that time. She gets the ace. It's 21-18.
Remember, tough and in is good. In is better, but tough and in is the best.
And like the last time, you want to see maybe a run of 3, get this to even for when she comes out. Good swing, but into the net. 21-19. Conrad to serve again.
And, you know, she's kind of got that hybrid serve, and she's serving to space. She's making 2 people go towards that ball.
Blocked. And they're going to say Clear Fork goes into the net. So
yeah, she was.
Makes it 22-19. Conrad comes out. McMillan back to serve. And that's the one you want to have back there for West Holmes.
Again, we're setting our middles left shoulder. We got to keep setting that right shoulder, because if you set their left shoulder, it only then gives them one angle to hit. It crosses their midline. It goes to the left. So the only place they can go to is either tip or hit to right back, which isn't a bad thing, but you want to have all the options on the court to do that.
Roberts to serve. Clear Fork trails by 2 late here in the first set.
Go up.
Overpass, and it's a point. Clear Fork's cut this to 1. And it's West Holmes calling a timeout. So the Lady Colts at one point were down 6, have chipped away. They have service down 1, looking at the tie.
Yeah, their serve receive got a little bit better, and they've had a couple late runs at the end. And, you know, I noticed that West Holmes was making some uncharacteristic hitting errors. Earlier, you noticed that they were sending that ball right over the block. They were approaching to hit, holding that elbow back, and then going for the tip, which really held Clear Fork's defense up. But, you know, errors late in games, you think about, it's really hard because when you're a player, you think, oh, man, if I would have made that hitting error earlier, if I would have just passed that ball a little bit better and I could have given my setter 3 options, you always think about that. But the only thing you can do is, okay, how can I do my role and my job and execute in my role? Because, you know, like volleyball is a team game, but if you aren't bettering the ball, we get to situations like this where it's super, super tight, intense, and nobody wants to make a mistake.
So Ashton Roberts looking to tie this up. Just out of bounds. I like the idea going cross court, but she just put a little too much on it.
Yeah, you know, and especially in the 20s, that's a double cardinal sin of serving. So you're in the 20s, it's your first serve after a timeout. You got to keep that ball in.
And it's another point, so we have set point now. West Holmes, 3 set points. And it's an ace. And that'll do it. So the Knights take set number 1, 25-21. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with set 2 right here, live and free on the OH Report.
Frito-Lay Variety Packs presents Totally Unrealistic, Never Gonna Happen in a Million Years Mom Fantasies.
Mother, thank you for planning such an enriching camping trip for us.
Please accept this as a token of our appreciation.
Now let us sing to you.
This'll never happen, but this might.
There's like no reception.
I'm not cheering attack. Ew, bugs!
Dibs on the Fritos.
Frito-Lay Variety Packs, packed with possibilities.
Back here at the Colt Corral, where West Holmes takes set number 1, 25-21, and Mackenzie Clear Fork got it to 1, but you know that 6-point lead they had late in the set held them, was enough to hold them off.
Yeah, honestly, and it's a mentality of how do we start every single match, and they got out of the gates, they had that little lead at the beginning, but when you don't, you get Bekah Conrad on the bench and you can't say, you have to have her on the floor to be successful, because that's not the thing. So when she's off the floor, what are there ways that we can either side out quickly and get her back into the front row, or how can we still be successful even when she's on the bench? That is their right sides are making better decisions, and we're divvying up the ball, so we're giving lots of opportunities for your pins and your middles to be successful. They've got to be able to set and run their middles on their right shoulders on free balls. I think that's what they need to be doing here in set number 2. Run your middles with free balls, then dish it out to the pin, so you're not so pin heavy and you're relying just on Bekah, which is, as a senior, you want that role, but that's a lot of responsibility and stress to put on somebody.
And as you're taking a look at our other live stream right now, Buckeye Valley Mansfield Senior Boys Soccer, you can watch that on our Facebook feed just below this one, and then on YouTube, our main YouTube channel, Buckeye Valley leading Mansfield Senior at the start of the second half, 3-0 at senior night for the Tigers. But back here, we're just about ready to go for set number 2. We are underway, and it's a service error to start off.
The people in the service errors are killing me. Ugh.
Carroll to serve for Clear Fork. Get their first point of the set.
It's a good ball.
Bit of an overpass. Carroll tried to corral it up, but couldn't. West Holmes with the first 2 points.
And I know I see in their faces they're trying to make the volleyball play. I just think that they're getting so tight and tense. They just need, I know they lost that first set. Take a breath. Take a breath. You're going to be okay. We've got to, but what can we do and slow the game down so we can make our hitters better? And our first ball contact is what they need to be better with.
Talking about contact, McMillan really got the contact on that one for the point.
And Bekah Conrad was there. Her hands just, again, they're up. They got to be across.
Rio West Holmes with the lead. Jersey Morris back there serving. And there's Conrad. Almost got dug up, but
it's a great touch. He's in the right place. Again, I'd rather be in the right place, right time, not able to make the play, than to just quit.
The Lady Colts on the board. Adam Sauter to serve. The Lady Colts. Just over the net. Nice serve. West Holmes barely able to get it over. Set up for Conrad, and she missed on the swing.
And again, I think she's really, really, really early. So there needs to be a conversation made, or I would say in this situation, in my professional opinion, switch your setters. See if that changes a little bit, changes the dynamic between them.
going to be an ace on the miss hit, or misreception, as I should say. Conrad.
That's a great spot. That's a great athletic move. That's a dig that if you miss that, you're not going for the ball. Again, great swings. Wow.
Great reaction by both sides to keep that up. But then right to Conrad. I think we have a score change, actually. They have it up on the board as 4-3. I had it 5-2, so Clear Fork within one.
There's that error right there. They got to, remember, find a way. If when in doubt, attack the right side of the court, because historically it's not your strongest side, but even that attack right front, specifically because their setter is front row right now. So, hey, throw her a ball, make her play a little bit defense. That's 2 service errors for West Holmes early.
Makes it 5-4. Roberts back to serve. That ball off the net down.
Great
Gets
serve.
the ace. West Holmes took the first set to 5. Clear Fork answers. We're all even up.
And you know, Ella McMillan, she recognized that she made that decision. I think she just kind of overran it and kind of over-guesstimated what was going to happen there. And they're going after her. They're like, hey, you struggled first time. We're just going to go. We're going to keep going after you until you can make a play on the ball, which is very smart to do. Keep attacking that. And I would try to drop it in front of her. Yep, that's a great decision. It's a great pass.
Big swing. And they're saying they went in the net, so Clear Fork gets the lead.
Yeah. You know, Jill Potter, Mama Jill, she is a queen at the down officiating, and she sees all. She's a very, very, very seasoned, very, very, very good down official.
Blocked by Clear Fork. West Holmes with another chance. Nice swing, dug up.
And they're both going at each other.
Yeah.
They're not leaving anything to chance. That's a great swing, great cut back, but she's right there for that dig. That's an aggressive swing. I like it.
Still up.
Those are those missed digs I'm talking about. They're not letting it drop.
Great rally going on here. Another good effort. But Clear Fork finally takes the point. And that's one of those momentum points, too.
They are. That's a very big momentum point. And, you know, West Holmes has historically, they've always been hustlers to the ball, and that hasn't changed in the years that I've been playing and watching. It's good to still see that. I like that, you know, but Clear Fork has to sustain this. And Bekah Conrad's on the bench right now, and they're sustaining it well. So they know that they can do it. They got to do it every time.
So they got a run out of that, a 3-0 run. West Holmes finally stops it. It's 8-6 now, but that was a good set of points for the Lady Colts, like you said, with Bekah Conrad on the bench.
And you know what they're going to attack? West Holmes is going to attack the right side of the court because they know that, you know, they've been getting tips and rolls, but they're making their setters work really, really hard, and they're getting tired.
Big swing, and it falls. Adrian Wirtz. (9-6) your score. Short serve that time.
It's a good spry play. They got to use this here. Run that middle.
And it's knocked out of bounds. 9-7. Schultz checks back in for the Lady Knights. Mast to serve. Good swing to the back line.
Good decision. I mean, you're outside the net antenna. That's the only direction they could go, so at least they made that play. It's a good set.
Big swing off the block and down.
And, hey, that's been her bread and butter all day. If you notice, I sometimes think that that's a sweeter kill. I don't know why. But it's like, oh, I just used you. That's kind of what it's like. It is sometimes sweeter. It's like, oh, I used you. It's great.
Deflected off the hands, out of bounds, just as good as throwing it down. Nice pass. But nobody there. Yummy ball. Daphne Alexander. Quick thinking. She saw there's nobody there to swing at it. She's like, I might as well hit it myself.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
And it's an ace, and West Holmes gets the lead right back.
She has been a great serving specialist for them tonight. You know, she's hit every zone on the court. It's hitting the last 2 feet of the court, so it's hitting girls high, or she has got so much movement on it that she's making people collide with one another.
So a busy weekend starting tonight, actually, here at the OH Report. We got our game going on right now here. We have the match going on at Mansfield Senior, but we have a highlight as well coming up for you. Mansfield Christian versus Madison. Also, the game that we said is live right now. Buckeye Valley leading Mansfield Senior in the second half. The game that you're watching right now, West Holmes and Clear Fork.
The game of the hour.
And then tomorrow, 9 highlighted and live games coming up via the OH Report. First, a highlight, Buckeye Central traveling the Mohawk. Got a live one, big one in the K-Max. Centerburg traveling the Northmore. Golden Knights look to remain unbeaten. Fort Loramie traveling to Lucas. The Cubs
That's a far drive.
The Cubs had a week off as well, so we'll see about that. And then right back here, the Colt Corral. Harding, a team on the up and up, taking on Clear Fork, who sits in 7th right now in the Region 14 Division 4 rankings. Next time out, we'll get to the rest of them, but a lot going on beginning tonight here at the OH Report. We got a miss hit. Double hit. That'll give West Holmes the point out of the timeout. They lead 11-9.
That wasn't a bad serve-receive ball. If that would be to the middle of the court, that's going to make their team better. But passing into zone 2, especially flat close to the antenna, that doesn't help anybody out.
And another service error.
And we got Bekah Conrad back in the front row, hopefully to try to get a lead and sustain a lead so they're not so much pressure when she's not on the bench.
And the Lady Colts did enough. They're only trailing by 1, but they have service with Bekah Conrad in. So,
and you know, West Holmes has missed 3 serves this match, so that's been kind of that's helping me out. That's helping them out a little bit.
Free ball over.
I like that. Hey, that's an aggressive move from the libero. That's the spot to put it in.
Bit of a miss hit. This is going to set up Conrad.
That's not a good angle for her. They got to find a way to get her a free ball that someone else touches.
Too strong. So nonetheless, West Holmes too strong on the shot. Goes out of bounds. We're tied at 11. Miss hit. That's an ace. Lady Colts get the lead back.
I think they kind of got lost in the light on that one. That looked like it was kind of an awkward, I don't know what to do type of moment.
Flynn the serve. Short one. Caught West Holmes off guard. It leads to a point.
This is a run they need to sustain right here. This is the momentum. Get her the ball as quickly as she can.
And this is with Bekah Conrad in the first position that she's back in.
She's in that zone 4. Let's try to keep her there.
Another nice serve. Received that time. Bit of a dink there.
Good. I would run her. Oh. That's got to be a better set for her, though. I know that's a great decision, but we got to give her more opportunities.
Yeah, Bekah ran into one of her teammates, but they did just enough
to
throw West Holmes off.
They got it done.
Because a point
is a point.
Is a point.
Is a point.
Free ball to Clear Fork.
That's it. This is
Setting
the opportunity.
Conrad.
Yep.
Wow.
That's what they need. They need every free ball to go to her until she makes an error. I would run her on that slide all day because it's super, super natural as a basketball kid. Go off of 1 foot.
Watch the communication here, too.
Yep.
Pointing her player, she said, I'm going that way, moving to her right. Huge swing.
Slow to fast approach. Oh, and that missed serve.
But you know what? She had a big run there.
She did.
Maybe a little bit tired on that serve, but
yep.
you know, like you said,
I don't mind the run,
exactly.
But I don't like the miss serve.
Yeah.
I can't knock her too much.
Nonetheless, West Holmes back with service. Carruthers. And that's too strong, so she gets a point back. 15-13.
See, that's shooting the self in the foot moment. Like, okay, what can I do? Gather my feet underneath me, take a little baby jump, and just snap it in the court. Make your right side play defense. You got your setter in the back right now. Just kind of roll that ball to her. Make her pass the ball. Work smarter, not harder.
That went through the rafters. And it'll be a point. So Clear Fork, you know, they practice here. They know where the bounces go off the ceiling.
They do.
Played that one to a point.
It is. I don't want to say this is an advantage because I would not want to play with it this low. But hey, you got to take your lumps where they are and just use them when you can.
Nice job.
That's her first block of the match. Her hands were low and fast. She's kept her head low and stayed. Yep, runner again. Yep.
And another big swing. She likes that run to her right.
She's got to let her run the slide. That is that basketball player go-to move, and she waits on the ball. And I think that this is easier for her because she can't. It's really hard for you to overrun a slide, especially when that ball it's a little bit higher side. If it's quicker, But that's a great decision. I would just say, hey, get out of my way. I'm going to go hit that ball.
That's kind of what she did. She waved her teammate off, told her, come this way. I'm going at it.
Get out of my way, please. She said it nicely.
Too strong. West Holmes gets the point back.
So right now in this match, we're looking at 2 hitting errors for West Holmes. I'm seeing 4 right now for Clear Fork, and that's where it's like, okay, where's the fine line? Where am I flirting with being aggressive and making the volleyball IQ play, which is what she was trying to do. So she's got to create the evolution on that, on putting that ball away.
There's Conrad.
That's a great dig. Great dig. And she didn't even go to her, and I don't know if anybody noticed that. She did not. She took at least 1 or 2 steps to that ball, and she didn't go to her knees. That was a very clean volleyball, like, oh, nope, I'm right there. You think you're getting excited and going to have that swing, it was a great swing, but she's right there to dig that up.
18-14. That's an ace. So Clear Fork now has all the momentum, up 5. And West Holmes is going to take a timeout while we have that moment. Let's finish what we started here a little bit ago and show you the rest of what we have to offer here coming up tomorrow night and Saturday. So we have Clear Fork hosting Harding. Clear Fork with a win would possibly set up if Shelby were to beat River Valley, the MOAC championship at Shelby coming up next week. So Harding taking on Clear Fork. We have Highland at East Knox. The Bulldogs 1 game behind Highland and Northmore right now in the conference standings. A win for East Knox this week and a Highland win against Northmore would create a 3-way tie for the KMAC championship.
Oh, sweet Lord.
Highlight, our Garrett Parlett, who's running the camera tonight, will be at Gallion as they take on a really tough Lima Central Catholic Thunderbird squad. A lot of playoff points on the line there. I will be at Loudonville as they take on Orville, a battle of 1-win teams. Myself and Andy Jardy. Andy Jardy will be on the call. That'll be color commentary. And we do have that Shelby River Valley highlight. Storm Blunchley will be on the call there. And then we have a couple more matches and games coming your way on Saturday that we'll get to here in a little bit. That one blocked, pushed over.
That's that ball. I think that needs to be faster for her. She's right there. They got to notice that and adjust.
Nice job by Clear Fork to let that go out, and they're 5 points away from tying this match up.
So both teams, this is where, again, West Holmes has shot themselves in the foot with the hitting errors late in the set. But you know what? This match was super, super good, or this set was super good for Clear Fork because they were able to see how do we sustain and how do we take some of the pressure off of Bekah in the front row when she's not there.
That serve, that set over the head of Bekah. She had a teammate there, though. And into the net. So West Holmes gets service back. It will be Schultz.
She's been a great server for them tonight. If you ever see like that ball, it kind of catches wind at the end and then it dies. It's caught a little bit of the AC and then it drops right before it hits your platform.
And that leads to an overpass. West Holmes needs a run here.
It's a great pass.
Conrad, big swing. Let's take a look on the Frito-Lay replay.
And you know, she is very, very tall. So she was able, there's not much of a big block. So she kind of has her pick of the litter at this point. There was a seam in it, but she's hitting over people right now. There's nothing much that defense can do.
It's going to be a free ball over. And that's a point. Nicely done. I like how she called for that before even the set began.
She knew I'm just going to step in, I'm going to take control, and I'm just going to put it where it needs to go.
And West Holmes calls timeout. So if you're Bekah Conrad, you want to finish this set out serving. You don't want to even give West Holmes a chance with her on the bench.
No, because this is a great opportunity for her. Okay, they're calling a timeout to ice her. How do you respond? And you know what? I think that this is a deep breath moment. You have 900 square feet. I don't want to say just put it in. You have a very comfortable lead. Put that in and let your defense do the work. Let your defense do the talking. They've had a couple good block touches tonight. I'd like to see them play some better left front off block defense. I think they've struggled with that a little bit because when teams are tight and you're down, the easiest thing you can do, because girls especially, they don't want to make an error. You don't want to mess up. They're going to tip and roll. So their off block and especially their right back need to be ready for that coming their way.
Conrad ready to go here. Lady Colts 3 points away.
Great decision. Hey, toughening is what we like.
Good setup, nice swing.
A little high, but hey, it was a great set to the outside.
Block, but they can't get it.
She was going for the spry. So spry is that's a crazy play happens, and she was there to settle it. Just couldn't get quite underneath it there.
So West Holmes gets Conrad out, but they trail by 5. They're going to need a run here. And immediately they give it right back.
That's their 4th service error of this set alone, and they've had all of their service errors have been in set number 2.
And now you have Ashton Roberts coming in who helped give them the lead on a run earlier with Conrad on the bench. She'll have a chance to finish things off. Short serve. She wanted to go front, but goes into the net and gives that point right back to West Holmes.
It's a shot in the foot. It's a good set.
Off the block and down.
Just knocking it through. Doesn't have to be beautiful or doesn't have to be the most spectacular, but she snuck it through right through the seam of that block.
Set point coming up, 6 set points for the Lady Colts.
Remember, in is good. In is very good.
Swing, block down.
Great block. Way to have low, quick hands.
Free ball.
Good footwork from the libero to pass that ball on that free ball.
Cross shot goes out, so West Holmes survives that set point. They're going to need to do it 5 more times, though.
And you know, they've kind of saved themselves tonight a little bit with one. Bekah Conrad had a couple great swings on the slide, but this is their 6th missed serve of the set. That's a lot. That's 12 points they've given away.
Off the block, stays up. This needs to be a free ball, gets it over. Colts for the set.
Don't panic. Don't panic.
And a nice job there.
And you know, this is what happens when you are afraid to make an error or you panic. That's easy to do to get rid of. Like, don't worry about it. I'm just going to play hot potato, get it away. Settle in. Let the other team make the mistake. You take control.
Big swing stays on their side.
I would start calling
with a run.
A timeout if I were her.
3-point set now. Clear Fork just needs 1 point.
And I know she doesn't want to call a timeout because it's kind of like admitting defeat a little bit. But I think they've got a great server back there right now. And unless they put it away, that's a double contact. Yep.
And there is that timeout. So West Holmes with a bit of a run. They only trail by 2 now. Needing 2 in a row to extend this set. Let's finish off our preview for the rest of the weekend.
Because there's a lot.
There is a lot.
There is a lot.
The biggest game, I believe, in the area coming up Saturday night. Crestview hosting St. Paul. Battle of state-ranked teams, battle of undefeated. Crestview has not defeated St. Paul since 2011.
St. Paul has that effect on people. They're super. Volleyball's one, and I guess football's another.
I talked to Mason Minnick, the running back actually on that 2011 squad, holds the rushing mark for most yards in a season. He actually is the 51st person in the state of Ohio ranked all time for rushing yards in the state. He says he has belief that the Cougars can get it done. Speaking of the Cougars, the volleyball squad, you and I will be on the call. 11:15 on Saturday. They take on Northmore to finish off the season, regular season, and that's it.
That's a great in-system pass here. Don't
Blocked.
be scared to make an error. Keep swinging, honey. Keep swinging.
Roberts just dinks it over. West Holmes with a chance to cut this to 1.
Yep, this is where you're afraid to make an error. I would just swing away. Yep, keep swinging. Yep, they're going to keep tipping. You just got to keep fighting through it.
Big swing, got the back line, and Clear Fork ties it up. Lady Colts take it. They hold on 25-22 to even this match up at a set apiece. We're going to take a break, be back with the tie-breaking third set right here live and free on the OH Report.
Frito-Lay Variety Packs presents Totally Unrealistic, Never Gonna Happen in a Million Years Mom Fantasies.
Mother, thank you for planning such an enriching camping trip for us.
Please accept this as a token of our appreciation.
Now let us sing to you.
This'll never happen, but this might.
There's like no reception.
I'm not cheering, Ted. Ew, bugs!
Dibs on the Fritos.
Frito-Lay Variety Packs, packed with possibilities. Frito-Lay Variety Packs presents totally unrealistic, never gonna happen in a million years mom fantasies.
Mother, thank you for planning such an enriching camping trip for us.
Please accept this as a token of our appreciation.
Now let us sing to you.
This'll never happen, but this might.
There's like no reception.
I'm not cheering attack. Ew, bugs!
Dibs on the Fritos.
Frito-Lay Variety Packs, packed with possibilities.
Back here at the Colt Corral, where West Holmes now leads it 2-1. Travis Berardi alongside Mackenzie Weaver.
That is me.
That is you.
That is me.
And what does Clear Fork have to do here to keep this match alive heading into the fourth set?
To keep this match alive, they need to hit the ball in. Hit the ball in, and their first ball contact has to be better. They are not serve receiving the ball at all, and their left front is just open for the taking on off-block defense. So they have got to find a way to pass the ball and keep the ball in play are my two keys for this set.
And the ball is in play.
First contact was not there.
And it's a free ball. Nice pass. Good set.
Great strong swing.
Big finish. Clear Fork into the net. West Holmes takes the first point in set 4.
And you know, this is a momentum play. This is, okay, how can we put our big girl panties on? How do we go to work? How do we grind things out? It's the grind. You gotta work together when things get tough. It's a great serve.
Overpass, and West Holmes gets the point. 2-0. Early on in the fourth set, West Holmes just needs to take one more set to win the match.
This Diaz has worked her butt off tonight. She has served well. She has touched almost every single ball on defense. Her effort is incredible. She's been this might be the one time where she didn't take a step, that ball dropped. She gets 2 steps to every single ball. I love her effort on defense.
Conrad went off speed that time.
That's what I'm talking about. That left front has got to take that ball from that setter so they can still run Bekah. That's what you need right there.
Clear Fork tried to play that one, but thankfully they didn't. It goes out of bounds.
There was a touch on it. There was a touch on that.
Oh, did they?
They did touch it at the end, yeah. And you know,
look at these refs making me look terrible on
it's okay. You know? It's okay. We won't hold it against you too much. And you know, if you notice, they're very balanced right now. There's nothing that has shaken up West Holmes this far at the end of set 2 or end of set 3 moving into set 4. Their offense is balanced. Super, super balanced. They could set anyone at any given point in time, and there's confidence that they're just going to put the ball away. It's a great run right here.
Conrad with a chance.
Great dig.
Kept up.
Just not high, just not low enough to get that ball. She got a little excited at the end.
Let's take a look at the swing once again. Just the momentum of that ball.
And if you have somebody that's like 5'10" to get a hold and set that ball, that's an easy ball. That's in club, that's a great dig.
Pushed over.
Great
just
decision.
out.
Just a little long.
4-2. Carroll to serve. Nearly an ace, turns into a free ball. And into a point.
You know, I would not like that middle back to take that ball. This hitter has historically attacked deep zone 5. I would let that left back take that ball. Give her confidence in her that she can go ahead and just take that with her hands, because that's a really awkward angle to cross at.
And another ace. We're tied up.
I would try to change their serve reception pattern, maybe just pass with 2 or have them move from 14 back a little bit to serve receive, because they're going to go after her now because she struggled. This is her 3rd in a row.
Big swing. I don't think that went off the
I
block,
thought
though.
that was 4. That was 4.
But Conrad, ball don't lie with her.
Yeah, she answered. That was a great swing. And if you notice, that was great tempo. That was 2 really good last 2 steps, and she attacked that right side of the court as she's needed to do. That was a really good, that was a big moment for her. That's like, I need the ball. That's how I need it every single time.
Lady Colts now with the 5-4 lead.
It's a good swing, making the libero move to her left. I like that.
They get the point right back, and we're tied.
Good ball. Way to get him out of system here.
Oh, and a miss hit.
I'm just seeing the mental errors are starting to creep in. The more tired you are, the stress that you have on yourself, it's starting to creep in a little bit here for Clear Fork, and you gotta mentally man up and toughen up a little bit here if you want to stay in it and try to go 5. Ooh, that was close.
Out.
That was close. That dropped right at the last second.
Take a look at that one more time.
It was just out.
Right in front of the line judge, too, so you know that's the right call. Let ball.
It's a great touch, but just not enough.
Clear Fork leads again, 7-6.
Ooh. Their serving has gotten more aggressive here in set 4, which I like to see, but it's getting a little too late. So this is where they have to sustain. Even they have got one more rotation with Bekah Conrad in the front row until she goes back to serve.
Blocked by Conrad, stays up.
I would like to see her take a little bit more of a stronger approach. She approached, like, if you see Bekah Conrad, go at her. Or don't hit into her. You've got a lot of opportunities to hit to different places. Approach like you're going to absolutely crush that ball, then make the decision to do an off-speed or a roll shot.
Lady Knights trailing by 1.
It's a great serve. It's a great dig. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. That's a super, super great swing. You know, Bekah Conrad's hands were there, but do you see the mismatch in height? You don't think about it until you go and approach and then you see something like that. It's like, wow, that's a lot of hands. That's a lot of body to hit off of.
And she saw that Conrad was angled as well, so she went right at her to get the
She wasn't
deflection.
completely closed back into zone 6, so she had a lot of opportunities. Ooh.
Whew. That was close, but just out.
I thought that was in, but again, I could be wrong.
Well, let's take a look.
Let's take a look.
On the Frito-Lay replay.
That was in. It's like tennis. We need like the overhead and the zoom, the super, super max zoom. Well, the ball
don't lie.
Ball spoke.
Ball don't lie.
So that's their first service error here in set 4, and there's 2 for West Holmes. Let's see how we respond.
Conrad
and it's in.
Now out. Miss hit, but just out of bounds.
That's a really good angle idea. If she would have waited and kept herself open, even if her approach was that slow, you see, oh, shoot, she was all the way sucked in for that. You got to stay super, super balanced. We're out of system here. That's a great dig.
Free ball back over.
Out of bounds.
But it's out.
These are where these errors start to come into play. That's mental.
So West Holmes gets the lead back and now leads by 2.
I would rather see her try to send that free ball to zone 1 and it be out than to do it that way. That's a great touch. And it's close. It's going to be out.
Great effort there off the Raptor deflection, but just too strong, and Clear Fork takes the timeout.
And you know what? They've made super, super good volleyball IQ plays, but when you're tired and you get stressed and you get panicked, it's like your fight or flight kicks in and every rational thought you have in your body goes out the window. And they are making the great volleyball plays. They have their moments where they're super, super solid and they are super into what's going on. And then I don't want them to say when Bekah goes on the bench like they're lost, because they're not, because they have to be in. If they pass in system, they are completely fine, because then you are balanced offensively. But if you cannot pass the ball consistently at 7 to 5 feet in the general vicinity, even if you pass it 10 feet but you give your setter enough time to make a decision, you're going to be fine. But they haven't done that tonight, and West Holmes has. They've been super, super good on serve receive all night.
12-9 your score here in set number 4 on the J&F Construction scoreboard. West Holmes 13 points away from taking the match.
And they're ready to go. I would have her put that ball down. I'm the person that, you touch the ball, you hold her too long. Things happen. The creepy juju starts happening, and you don't need to be doing that. So just over and assist her. She held the ball too long. I'm telling you, that's what it was. Holding the ball too long, sweetie. And that's their third service error this set.
Superstitions in every sport.
I'm telling you, my brother would look at me, she's like, give me the ball. You're not holding that. And especially me, I'm like, I don't need to touch the ball longer than I already do.
They'll get serve right back, though.
They're catching the missed serve disease.
Brinley Reed the serve. Into the net.
That's their fourth. That's 3 serves in a row, service errors in a row for both teams. Nobody wants the ball right now. They want to keep giving it to the other team. Like, no, you go serve. It's okay. I don't want the ball.
And while they're exchanging service errors, that gets Conrad closer to coming back into the match.
It does. That's a great tip decision. If that goes over the block, that scores. That's a great decision from their outside.
Decent pass, sets them up.
Again, I love that effort play.
Big swing, and it's out. So Clear Fork rewarded by the effort.
No touch, okay. This is a momentum point right here. It's a big momentum point.
It's an ace, and we're tied.
That's been very uncharacteristic of number 16 for West Holmes. She's been super, super solid on serve receive tonight. She tracks the ball really good into her platform. I think she was like, I want to hit that ball, and pulled her head a little bit too early before she passed. Yep, that's a little bit better. It's a great spot. That's in.
That stayed in, yeah.
It's a great spot. That's why you follow the ball to the line. That's I need to go to the chiropractor tomorrow type of point, because I'm whipping my neck and I'm not following it to the line.
14-13, West Holmes leads.
It's a good block touch. That helps them out.
Bit of a miss hit.
Yeah, they're trying to keep that offense balanced. So I understand what they're trying to do. Great dig. Okay, I don't know if I like that on the back row attack. I want to see number 1. I want to see her get some more hits. She had a couple great swings early in the match. When I think Bekah was still even in the front row, but this is an opportunity to give her some confidence and let her rip and see the court without Bekah behind her. So when she comes to the front row, she can then get crafty and make those alternative decisions.
Colts get the point, and here comes Bekah.
Again, this is a big momentum point right now. This gets Clear Fork to even, and then they have the momentum to push forward, especially they got Bekah on the front row for 3 rotations, and West Holmes setter is back row right now. That's a good serve receive pass. I like the swing. I like the swing, and the block, Bekah's there. Her lateral movement is a little slower, but when in doubt, low and fast. Even if your hips are open, you got to find a way to push with that right hand and get it, drop it as hard as you can, because it's going to bounce straight back down if she just gets it across.
Carruthers the serve.
And it's long. That's their 5th service error this set. So they've given, if I do my little calculations, that's 10 points. But they're like, nope, I don't want it. You have it. You deserve it.
We did have that back and forth of service errors there in the middle as well.
They did, yeah. That's not helping anybody's flow. They're going up and they're swinging high. They're trying to swing down the line right now.
There's Bekah's bread and butter. Even though it was blocked, it goes out, and we're tied.
And here in this 3rd and 4th set, Ella McMillan has done a great job of staying with her hitter. And you want your middle, you got to go be everywhere at once. She stayed super solid. Her hands just weren't dropped fast enough.
Big swing, but it's out, and Clear Fork gets the lead back, 17-16. Trying to stay alive here and force a decisive 5th set. There's an ace.
This is the rotation they struggled in last time around. So they've gone around once already. This is a struggling rotation, and I like that they're calling that timeout because they can't let it get too far away from it at this point.
Should take a look at head coach Lee Jackson. Clear Fork Colts trying to force a 5th set. Leading 18-16 here, down 2 sets to 1.
They decided to keep things interesting for us, as always. Why would we make this Thursday any different? I like that they're able to battle, but this makes it so much harder, and it makes it easier for teams to scout when you do this up and down roller coaster thing. The service errors hurt you, the hitting errors hurt you, but it's the lack of putting it's later in the season. You got to put the pieces together. You've got a week until you start playing for a state tournament run, and you can't count them out because honestly, I don't care what anybody says. Anything can happen at any given point in time. So do the little things. Serve in, keep the ball in, and be aggressive at the same time. There is a way to do both.
Christy Carroll will serve out of the timeout. Clear Fork up by 2.
And it's in. That's why I like to see great serve, receive, pass. It's a good spot. Make the libero move to her left.
Swings too strong.
And you think about, okay, let's take a look at this right now. So right now, Clear Fork's sitting at 5 hitting errors, and West Holmes is sitting at 5 service errors. So if you look at it, they're exchanging points. It's pretty even. You take those away, they're still playing pretty even right now. But those are gimme points. Those are buy one, get one free at the yard sale points. We can't be giving those away. That's a great swing.
Hold up, there's buy one, get one free at a yard sale?
Oh, yeah. You haven't seen that?
I don't yard sale that much.
Oh, that's a Bobbyism. That's a buy one, get one free at the yard sale ism. But I guess they do that. I don't know. But it's the Bobbyism. The Bobbyism says, so you just roll with it.
All right. That's a new one to me. That's why I asked.
Okay.
Conrad was there.
That's their first aggressive tip at the ball that I've seen their setter make. She hasn't done that. She's been pretty quiet on the offensive front. She's really delivered pretty decent balls tonight.
Touched it, but Conrad's right
Send
there
it
to
over.
flick it back.
And, she had the right idea. She's just got to push that a little bit more to the front.
Conrad blocked that time. That set might have been a little too much.
Off her hair.
We'll take a look at the replay.
So, look, I think it may be off of her shoulder or something. I have no idea. I don't think it touched her, but...
We're going to have a discussion.
I think it's going to stay with West Holmes because they can't make that call unless they want to do a replay. It has to stay with them making the call because if she doesn't see it and he doesn't see it, it stays with the line judge. That is the line judge's call. Unless the down official officially overrules it, like, no, I saw it, I was closer to the point, then they'll give them the point.
And these two, they have headsets on right now, so they are talking. They don't have to go up to each other. They can just talk.
Oh, they are going to overrule it. Wow. I've never seen that before. That's a big point.
20-17, so Clear Fork now up 3. and they only need 5 to force a 5th. Big swing, but there's Bekah Conrad with the block.
That's a low seam 6 ball. You know, I don't know if her hands were entirely across, but I would not attempt to hit the ball in that general direction. She did hit from far enough off the court. That's when you got to go trust that ball and send that ball down the line.
Sauter to serve. It's a free ball.
That's a pretty good down ball. It's in.
And it's in.
And you know what? That's what happens when you play at the end and you have momentum. It doesn't matter like, oh, that was a really awkward point. That's an awkward ball, but like it just falls. That's what kind of happens.
8-ball corner pocket.
That's what that was, an 8-ball in the corner pocket.
22-17, timeout, West Holmes. Clear Fork feeling it right now. They only need 3 points. Pretty much in the same position they were in set number 2.
They are, and you know what? They have, at the end, though they've had, this is their 5th or 6th hitting error that they've had, they have found a way at the end to be aggressive and hit their way out of it. But again, I always say there's that, like, I want you to be aggressive, make the volleyball play, but there is a fine line. Like, what can I do to set myself up for success here? They're serving a lot better. They're serving 2 places. They're making people, I think they're making West Holmes second guess themselves in their ability here late in set 4.
Did you get a clarification right there from the
Yeah,
ref?
so Jill told me that when she went off the block, the line judge thought that, oh, that's a touch instead of it being out. If it was a touch, it would be on West Holmes' side if they touched that ball and it went out. But since it's on that side, it's just out. So he made the right call, just not the right call.
All right. And there's the call from Mackenzie.
If the best way I could have described it. I probably could have
There
done
you
it better if I had a whiteboard and could explain it.
Well, it's about 100% better than what I would say. Conrad gets the kill. Clear Fork now 2 away from a 5th set. And she will serve.
In is good, in is best. Let's see what will happen here in set 4. If she can close it out, which we hope she can. A little tight.
Overpass.
It's a great joust ball.
Just
it's a great
dug up.
touch. Good joust again. Ooh, that was close to the rafters.
Off the block and down, and Clear Fork now with set point.
I don't know if anybody saw that, but she took that ball with her hand and shoved it. That's what I like to do in college. You take it, and it's so annoying. And you just rip it as hard as you can across their body.
Conrad to force a 5th set. Off the ceiling, free ball. Can West Holmes withstand this? For now they can, they get a point. 24-19.
She made the move. I would have liked that she'd take 1 or 2 more steps. I think she could have stayed on her feet and gotten her hand on that ball, but it was a good read nonetheless.
Off the block.
That's a good block touch for them.
Good set. Blocked and down, and we will play a 5th set. Clear Fork takes set 4, 25-19. And we'll play a first to 15, win by 2 to decide who wins this match. We'll take a break and be back with that 5th set for you right here, live and free on the OH Report.
Frito-Lay Variety Packs presents Totally Unrealistic, Never Gonna Happen in a Million Years Mom Fantasies.
Mother, thank you for planning such an enriching camping trip for us.
Please accept this as a token of our appreciation.
Now let us sing to you.
This'll never happen, but this might.
There's like no reception.
I'm not cheering, Ted. Ew, bugs!
Dibs on the Fritos.
Frito-Lay Variety Packs, packed with possibilities.
Well, it took almost the whole regular season, but we finally have a 5th set here on the OH Report.
We do, and love to make things interesting. I love to see the intensity because sometimes you got to go 5 to learn a lot about yourself, and I think Clear Fork Lady Colts have found out a lot about themselves tonight. I think they have seen moments where they don't need – I don't say that they don't need Bekah Conrad because that's not what I mean. They don't need her. They can have their role players step up and do the things that they need to do to be successful. They did that in set 2. They did that a little bit here in set 4. Let's see if they can do it in set 5 tonight.
So since this is our first 5th set thriller here this year on the OH Report, we'll tell you how they go in the 5th set. It's a 1st to 15, win by 2. They don't get a 25 in a 5th set.
And they don't switch sides like they used to. Daniel sad.
Well,
usually
because of COVID, they don't switch anyway.
Yeah, usually
either,
a .8 you switch sides.
Yeah.
Yes.
And here we go.
And they
That's
get number 1.
So just like that, Clear Fork gets the first point. Mila Flynn. Make sure to stay tuned after the match, too, for our Mechanics Bang Player of the Game. Mackenzie will interview them. Blocked, but out of bounds.
I'll be #blessed to interview them.
Hashtag.
I think of the song by Bruno Mars. I don't know why that just popped into my head. That was on my gym playlist earlier. I'm like, oh, I'll be #blessed.
There you go. Have some shrimp scampi.
Mm-hmm.
Conrad blocked and down, and West Holmes takes the lead.
And do what? She has stayed with her all night. That's a super, super good. That's a big point for them, but that's a big point for her emotionally. I don't think Bekah Conrad's too worried about it, but, you know, she's stayed with her and been a super disciplined blocker all night, and it paid off right there.
Conrad with another chance. Dug
it's
up.
A great day.
Yummy ball. Stays up.
There's a good, solid defense behind that. Good coverage.
Backside blocked.
Swing down that line. I would rip down that line. Use high hands.
And that's out.
So they see it. They're just not hitting it. They're like, oh, I'm going to go right over block down the line. Get back there. Take a big rip at it. There is more room above that than there is just a tip. You're not going to swing into her hands. If you go to turn your thumb down the line or turn your thumb up on the outside, you're not going to find Bekah's hands if they just keep swinging.
Yeah, and just the height of Bekah Conrad really kept that play alive.
Now, if you're going to do that in the middle, that is there, not on the outsides.
Right over top of the block that time. West Holmes retakes the lead, 3-2.
So remember how I say, like, games to 5 are important. So this game to 5 is important, then the game to 8, to 10, and then to 15. Because 8 is usually where you switch and you want to be up at the switch.
The Raptors helped out there, stayed up in the ceiling for a little bit, falls down. West Holmes up by 2.
This is a big role player, big role responsibility here to step in, do your job.
Conrad got it. Abby Sauter looking to tie things up.
It's a good serve, that drop. That's a hybrid serve. See, that's that confident swing. Take a big rip. Don't be afraid to hit hands.
Into the net, though. And West Holmes gets the first to 5.
And, you know, she's swinging, and that's a really good swing at a ball. If she snaps and you are swinging that high and Bekah's hands still touch it, it's not going to go straight down. It's when you try to hit a ball and you're low and you're inside and then you're ripping back into her low right hand, that's when you're going to get in trouble. That's a good movement, good hands there. I like that swing. I like that decision.
Conrad a little bit out of position, but gets it over.
I like that. Big swing. It's a good ball. Good ball.
And we're going to get a timeout by Clear Fork. 6-3 West Holmes leads here in the 5th set.
It's about how you get out of the gates and how you sustain it. And right now they make those super, super strong plays, but they're not making the effort plays. So remember how I talked about earlier about missed digs, or not even missed digs, but they're like effort points, or they're like, okay, like I should get to that ball. They have, in my opinion, 3 of those already, where it's like you could have at least put a hand on a ball, even if you don't get it up, that's still like a momentum. That's still I'm going to make the volleyball athletic play later. I just don't make it right now. Those need to be better. That has to be better. You are going home. Like this is it. You played all night. You made a stay here. You better win it. So let's go.
Schultz to serve. And it's out.
It's long.
So Clear Fork gets a break there.
That's a good. That was a good. Coach can pat herself on the back. That's a good timeout. You make her miss her serve.
Bekah Conrad now looking for a run.
I like that decision down the line.
Bumped over.
It's a good movement. I would jump and do that. I'm going to hit that ball.
Back line just out.
So this is a pivotal moment. This is the game to 8. They're 1 away from 5. This would give them some confidence moving forward, and it's a missed serve. That's a big point.
Makes it a 2-point set here. Ashton Roberts back.
It's a great float serve. A little bit out of system. They're getting more and more out of system here. This is where your confidence and your mentality cannot slack late. Good block touch. Great move out of right back.
Big swing.
I like that
stays
swing.
In.
I like that swing. That's the swing that you make when Bekah Conrad is still in the front row and you want to hit over that right front blocker. That's the swing that you make. Not low seam into 6. Not I'm going to roll shot it into zone 4. That's a big 1-6 seam right there.
8-5. West Holmes leads. Free ball. Knights looking to add on. And they do.
Good spot. And to me, I'm up to, that's 5 missed opportunities right there. That is, take 2 steps, stay on your feet, track the ball in like a softball player. Track that ball into your platform.
Overpass falls, and West Holmes 5 points away from the match.
I see a timeout being called if she has one to give.
Yep, and she will take it.
She'll call that timeout.
West Holmes up 10-5. Bekah Conrad on the bench, and they're only 5 points away. So Clear Fork needs to get service back first.
They need to get their service back first, and their first ball contact's not there. If their first ball contact is in and their hitters stay aggressive, so they are openly seeking to make volleyball, IQ, smart plays, they are totally fine, which they have the capability to do that. I think they are super tense. They're all puckered up. They don't know. They're afraid to make an error. And I think always, I've never been in many situations where I'm like, okay, I'm down. Like, there's nothing else I can do. I've had a couple of them where you're like, okay, like if I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down swinging. I'm not going to tip the ball because statistically, you're not going to win on a tip unless you're the team that's up because you have all that momentum and flow. So if they're going to do anything, I'd like to see them swing their way out of it.
Reed back for the Knights. As we resume here in the 5th set. Ooh, tough position and out of bounds. We're going to get a late sub here.
Hey, sometimes that's all you got to do. You got to try to slow the game down a little bit. Give the server something new to look at. That's a great pass.
Into the net. West Holmes 3 points away from the match.
This setter's been super solid all night. Not too high, not too low, has had her great moments. It looks really good.
Gut check time here for the Lady Colts. Can't get it there. Can Brynlee Reed finish this off?
I think she can. She has, again, I'll keep saying, super solid.
Into the net.
She's
down.
made some things happen for her team tonight.
Match point. No timeouts left for Clear Fork here in this match either. Short serve, but into the net, so Clear Fork survives that. Although they need 8 points straight to extend this.
Let's see what can happen. I'm open to anything happening, but I got to see the body language and the faces of Clear Fork pick up a little bit if that's going to happen here tonight.
Can Emma McCoy keep this alive? Referee's having a bit of a conversation here. And now we're ready to go. Got it over. Overpass.
In the net. That's
Into
a
the
good
net.
call. Good call. Ball set a little tight. Nothing she can really do about that right there. And she's back row, so they kind of got to give her 3 to 5 feet to work with.
Got it over again.
Not bad.
Off the block and down, and that'll do it. West Holmes takes set 5, 15-7. They win the match. We're going to take a break and be back with our Mechanics Bank Most Valuable Player. So stick around right here live and free on the OH Report.
Frito-Lay Variety Packs presents Totally Unrealistic, Never Gonna Happen in a Million Years Mom Fantasies.
Mother, thank you for planning such an enriching camping trip for us.
Please accept this as a token of our appreciation.
Now let us sing to you.
This'll never happen, but this might.
There's like no reception.
I'm not cheering attack. Ew, bugs!
Dibs on the Fritos.
Frito-Lay Variety Packs, packed with possibilities.
Man, what should I listen to on the OH Report today?
Dude, listen to the Friday Night Pigskin. You got highlights and scores from all around the area.
The OH Report podcast has more than just football.
No, listen to the Pigskin. The Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin. Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin.
Why not
Podcast.
both?
Pigskin.
Podcast.
Dude, clean your ears out, man.
Bro, there's so much space in here.
All right, guys, welcome back. This is Brinley Reed. She is our Mechanics Bank MVP. Congratulations. This was a big win for you guys tonight.
Yes, thank you.
5 sets. I love it. And you know what? You are a setter. And
Yes.
I kind of have a soft spot in my heart for setters because you guys are the unsung heroes, in my opinion. It's like you have to work with diggers, and then you have to make the set hitters look good, and you're kind of doing your job. So how did you step into that role as being your team's go-to? Like, you are kind of the heartbeat right now. How does that feel, in a way?
It feels amazing. I mean, I feel like my teammates really trust me, and I really trust them. And, you know, I'm not perfect, and I definitely make a lot of mistakes, and they make me, you know, look good as well. And they just, you know, are my back. You know, they have my back always.
You guys have each other's back. It's really good to see. So this was your last regular season match, and now you move into your tournament play.
Yes.
Who do you guys play? You play next Thursday, correct?
John Glenn.
John Glenn. Okay, that's a big game for you guys. So this big win tonight, how do you think this is going to transition into watching a little bit of film and preparing for next week?
I think we just need to keep up our intensity and the 5th set kind of showed us that we need to play like that every time, keep up on our intensity, and just trust each other, communicate, and always have each other's backs. And if we make a mistake, shake it off and just keep playing.
Yeah, because again, volleyball is a game of mistakes. And looking forward, so you guys had your ups and downs. Like there was a couple matches where, like I'm always me. I hate miss serves. And if you ever hear me back again, it's I love you guys, but you miss your serves. So moving forward, how are you guys going to adjust? Because there's that fine line between serving in and serving tough and serving out of bounds and getting crazy. Where do you think that line sits with you guys? Do you think it's been better as of late with serving in and serving more aggressively?
Yes, better as of late, yes. At the beginning of the season, it was a little rough getting our serves in consistently. We still a little struggle with it. I mean, I think all teams do some games, but I think we're going to get better, and we just need to focus whenever we go back on the serving line and just take our time, deep breath, and over and in.
Yeah, because remember, it's like basketball free throws. You got to get, it's free. If it's free, give me 3, as long as it's in the 900 square feet. So congratulations. You know,
Thank you.
I played against Kara, your coach Kara. I played the 4 years we used to battle against each other. We played club together. So you have a great asset with you on the sidelines, and I wish you all the best. Congratulations on your win, and good luck next Thursday, honey.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And we will be right back with some final thoughts here in a moment.
Thank you.
Frito-Lay Variety Packs presents Totally Unrealistic, Never Gonna Happen in a Million Years Mom Fantasies.
Mother, thank you for planning such an enriching camping trip for us.
Please accept this as a token of our appreciation.
Now let us sing to you.
This'll never happen, but this might.
There's like no reception.
I'm not cheering attack. Ew, bugs!
Dibs on the Fritos.
Frito-Lay Variety Packs, packed with possibilities.
Back here to wrap things up from Clear Fork High School, where your final score, 3-2. West Holmes, Clear Fork exchanging sets, but West Holmes started off with a set 1 victory. Clear Fork 2, West Holmes 3, Clear Fork 4, and then the dominating fifth set by West Holmes.
And you know, that was they stepped out on the court, they had a presence about themselves, they executed at an extremely high level, and you know, at the end of the day, that's all you can kind of ask for, that your kids rise to the occasion. And that is a big, like, as you said earlier, like gut check. Like that's it. Like my mom used to say, hey, it's gut check time. Like, how are you going to respond when things get tough? And you know, Clear Fork just didn't have it in them tonight, and West Holmes responded in every way they needed to here in set 5.
So West Holmes finishes the regular season with a victory that moves them to 7-15, while Clear Fork, they drop to 5-16, and they will have one more match coming up at home against Loudonville on Saturday morning. But that will wrap things up from here for now. I want to thank everybody that helped make this possible. I want to thank Garrett Parlett, our cameraman, as always, doing a great job. I want to thank all of our sponsors: Frito-Lay on Instant Replay, Mechanics Bank, our player of the game, J&F Construction, our scoreboard, MWD Logistics, our commercial sponsor, and Frito-Lay as well, our commercial sponsor. I want to thank everybody at Clear Fork High School, Jessica Brokaw, AD, for allowing us to be here. I want to thank BS Media Productions, OH.REPORT, Brian Skoronsky, Jory Hollenbeck, Adam Thompson, and everybody else. And most importantly, we want to thank you, the fans, for watching. West Holmes wins this one 3-2 for Mackenzie Weaver. I am Travis Berardi saying so long from the Colt Corral.